There was the Sations. There's three of them in the Sations. There's husband and wife duo, Laura and Dom. There's also Rachel Wilson, who is the sister of Dom. Rachel's doing her own thing. She's in studio with us right now. Good morning, Rach.
Hi.
Hi.
Great to be here.
It's good to see you on your own, actually, to be able to just to concentrate on one instead of the three of you.
I could have come with a baby in a front pack, but I decided against that.
Yeah, the whole the horde of boys. How, 4?
4 boys.
Wow. They're all in the building running around. I saw one with a mask on before. He's looking good.
That's a handful in itself, right?
Oh, yeah. It was book week this week, so we've got costumes all over the house.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. And you got school holidays to deal with next week as
School
well.
holidays.
God bless
yes.
you, eh? We'll pray for you before 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
Let's get on to this. Okay, so this is this your first venture outside of the Sations?
Yeah.
And
This
why?
is my debut song. And so why? So first of all, we're still the Sations. We're still excited to release actually our next song next month. We've been in the studio and it's all ready to go. And why am I doing this? I think when you're an artist, you keep writing. I can't stop writing songs. And for every song that we release, there's probably like 20 to 30 songs that are still bubbling in the background and haven't made it.
Wow.
And so
Yeah,
I just...
well, all right.
I'm like, I didn't know. Is
so-
that common for, like, I imagine you know a lot of other people that make music and stuff, because I don't write songs. Is that a common thing, or is that just
when
you?
I say songs, some of them aren't fully fledged. Some of them are like voice memos on your phone and it's just a chorus and then you've got a baby crying in the background and you've got to stop.
Yeah.
But for me, a lot of them I really want to release them. It's from the bottom of my heart, stuff I've been through, and I just feel like I have to share it. So that's what this is.
Wait, can we just go back to that voice memo thing about recording something like a chorus on your phone?
Yeah.
So something just grabs you and you need you hear a melody, you sense lyrics and you just record it, or is it just the melody or the tune?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'm driving and so I have to pull over and I just have to sort of like sing, okay, the chord's G, did, and here's the riff, did. Or, I'm at the piano and then I've got someone in the background saying, Mum, can I have a piece of toast? I'm like, just a minute, I'm just finishing recording.
Wow.
And it's very, that's how I get my inspo.
That's amazing. Where does it come from? Like, it just sort of pops in? Like,
Some of it's just like if I hear a sermon, I love listening to like Bishop Barron and he says something that really hits hard, and I'm like, yeah, that's a great song. And I just come up with a line, or sometimes I hear a song on the radio and I think, oh, I could think of another tune to go with that. And so
all dangerous territory there.
Yeah.
And then you get the Ed Sheeran copyright claim.
Yeah, then you have to Shazam it before you record it, just in case.
That's impressive, to say the least. But I would imagine it's also challenging and hard at the same time, because you've got all this stuff and all this material that you've banked. You're talking about 30 songs. Do they all make it?
Well, not yet, but I have about 5 phones that my kids take out of my drawers and they want to play with. And I'm like, no. They've got my songs on them.
What?
And the old phones, you upgrade your phone.
Oh, just from over the years.
From over the years. So they haven't made it out yet, but some of them are there in the phones.
One day long after you're gone, some historian will be like, we've discovered a secret digital record of unfinished Rachel Wilson songs. Very cool. How do you manage to, like, I'm thinking for other people that are tuning in that maybe, have quite a creative streak to themselves, and maybe it's music or something else. How do you find like time to put into that with just the busyness of life and everything else that goes on around you, to be able to actually, I don't know, do you just try and find little moments when you can to put stuff out?
It actually is one of the best things to do as a parent, because I cannot write when I'm sitting in 4 walls in a room with a producer and they're like, come on, we've got 4 hours to write a song. That's really hard for me, because it kind of switches off my creativity and it makes me feel like I'm sitting a test.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's hard, and that's a skill I admire in other people, but it's not for me. For me, it's like all the messiness of life sometimes just inspires me to write. And so it kind of works, because I'll be like doing the dishes. Okay, I'll just stop, go and record an idea, go back to the dishes. I mean, it doesn't make for like great housework, ethic.
Hey,
but
that's inspiring for somebody listening who, you're juggling a whole lot of things. Parenting, that ain't an easy gig, as, we can attest to. You got 4 young boys and then you're trying to live out your passion as well. So it must be, that is, I can imagine that'd be inspiring for somebody who's listening in right now. So you push through all of that?
Yeah, we push through it.
Yeah.
We push through it, yeah. And I think making it work and getting it to this point is hard. It's like you've got to sign up to the like DistroKid, which is my distribution platform, and then make sure you've got the artwork to go with it and get the photos done. And yeah, that's
Is it all you, or you have a team?
A team. I've got a team.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Flash.
Hey, do you mind hanging around? Because you have to hang around. Because we want to play your new jam, and we want to get the meaning behind Waste Time on Me, which is the title of your brand new song, which we get to play first here at Life FM. So more from Rachel next here at Life. And in studio with us is Rachel Wilson, who's 1/3 of the Sations. She's doing her own thing for the time being. She has made it known to us, though, that the Sations, they're still doing their own thing as well,
We're
right,
alive
Rach?
and well.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
But this is all about you today. So you've got a brand new song, which we're looking forward to playing next. How did you know that this was the song?
This is one I wrote earlier this year. And so it's come out of a long journey. For me, 15 years of insomnia. It's been a big battle. Still struggling with it. But one of the big issues with sleeping was that I was actually waking up for the last couple of years feeling like I'd run a marathon. I was hyperventilating. I was so exhausted, dreading going to sleep. And went to see heaps of specialists to figure out what was going on. I realised that the problem was that I'm over-breathing. I'm like hyperventilating in my sleep. So I'm carrying my daytime breathing into my nighttime breathing. And the only way to reset that was to lie down on the couch, like at least twice, if not 3 times a day for 10 minutes, just to like reset my breathing, do diaphragmatic breathing, which has not come naturally to me. And so doing that just for me triggered these feelings of frustration that I often have when I sit down to pray. I was just like, man, I'm grinding to a halt. I was in the middle of doing something and I've really just got to stop and do this. Otherwise, it's going to ruin my sleep tonight and I won't be able to go to work tomorrow or do all the things I plan tomorrow. So it was quite a big deal. And so as I kind of got into the habit of lying down, resetting my breathing, it really dawned on me that this is pretty much what prayer feels like. And this is the same frustration that I get when I try and stop to pray. It's just this feeling that I'm wasting time. And I guess at that moment I realized that if I did stop and pray 3 times a day, or even once like this, I probably wouldn't be here in this situation because my breathing would have sorted itself out. And it was a moment where I realized, wow, God's ways actually are the best ways, like not only for my spiritual health, but for my physical health. And so this idea of wasting time on God, I really felt him saying it's not a waste. It's the greatest thing you can do with your day. And I also started thinking about Daniel in the Bible and how he prayed 3 times a day. And I'm thinking, wow, he prayed 3 times a day and it cost him his life. And I'm struggling to pray three times a day just to improve my quality of life. There's probably something here that I need to rebalance in my life. So just the thought that sorry, I lost my train of thought. I guess just the thought that if it's good enough for Daniel, it's probably good enough for me. And so that's what the songs come out of, is really just wanting to waste time with God and realizing that really does matter. And
That's awesome.
I imagine there's a number of people listening that probably, I mean, I don't know too much about insomnia, but suffering from something else, that's kind of chronic and ongoing, that's really hard to, I don't know, diagnose or put down to anything, and it's not something that it's not a visible thing, and it's something that you fight or go through or deal with when everyone else is asleep and they don't know.
Yeah,
it must be quite a hard thing to live with constantly. It's like the people around you, they don't know. What you battle through and what you have to face.
It is hard, and I don't spend most of my time saying it's hard because it's still my life. I have to live with it. It is hard.
Yeah.
And people just won't understand it until you've been through it.
Yeah.
But I've had 4 boys now, And definitely the first baby, he was asleep and I couldn't get to sleep, and it was 3 a.m. and it's just that panic, it's a big mind game. And even though it's a mind game, I can tell myself, oh, it's in my mind, I should be able to think myself out of it. You can't always think yourself out of it. So, it's a struggle, but I'm also grateful for it because I know that it's led me to God. So
Wow.
That's powerful. I wasn't expecting to hear that, so thanks for sharing that with us this morning. The song is actually called Waste Time on Me. For someone listening to it when we play in the next couple of minutes, what do you want them to get out of this?
Yeah, so all the songs I'm releasing as Rachel Wilson are along this line of like, hey, here is what's helped me in my journey with God, and I have to share it because I want it to help you too. And so the message in this song is like, waste time on God. It's not a waste. It's really the best thing. You're choosing the better part to do that. It's counterintuitive, but do it and just see what happens.
Well, we're excited to play the song.
Yeah.
There's a couple of voices on it. I heard a whisper that is your dad features singing on it?
Yeah.
You've
so
got a big
my
family, right? And
dad-
you're all very musical, is it?
We're all musical, yeah. So I've got my dad in doing vocals in the second verse, and it's cool because I hear my dad. And a lot of people just think, oh, that's a cool male voice. But I hear my dad from like all the years growing up with him singing. He would walk into our room in the morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, it's time to rise and shine. And so I hear him on the track singing.
Yeah.
No, his bit, waste time. And I'm like, oh, it's Daddy.
That's cool.
And then Maria, my sister, who's doing some echoes in the bridge. So
Far out. Talented family. It's lucky that you can all sing, because if you were that one who couldn't,
Imagine if Stella was in your family.
Oh, you poor thing. I would feel sorry for your family if I was in
Hey,
there.
Stella, we haven't heard from like 4 siblings yet, so you better be quiet.
Rach, we've really enjoyed the chat this morning. Thank you for being a little bit vulnerable with what you're going through this morning. We hope you heal really quickly with that as well. We pray for that. And thank you for allowing us to be the first station to play Waste Time on Me. We look forward to catching up with you again, as well as Dom and Laura as part of the Sations.
Yay, woohoo.
We just want to say take care, God bless.
Thank you.
Do you want to introduce your song?
Yeah, thanks
Go
for having
on,
me
it's
in.
what-
Yeah, this is Waste Time on Me by Rachel Wilson. You can find it on Spotify today.